Hey everybody, it's your boy, Eduardo Jackson, CEO, founder, creator of the Cinema Draft game. It is 2:45 in the morning, Pacific time, out here in the Las Vegas Valley on August 15th, Tuesday. Yeah, sometimes we just record podcasts in the middle of the night because we can. So let's get into it. Oh, and this week I actually have a quick review. I did part of the reason why we're up so late tonight is because I didn't get my work done earlier in the night because I was off seeing. Nope, not Job Harry Met Sajal. I actually went to go see Step. I think it's been out for a couple weekends now, and it's a really, really sweet film. I mean, it's a documentary about a step team, a high school step team. Uh, they're all well, I think they're all high school seniors. They're like a pilot program of sixth graders who, an all-girl sixth grade school. I guess kind of like a charter school, I suppose, in Baltimore, Maryland. And so they all kind of grew up together and started stepping in sixth grade, led by this one right here. This, kind of pseudo Beyonce in training, Blessin Geraldo, and it's a really sweet, film. There, she is kind of like the star per se. There's kind of like four stars really. Blessin's one of them. This other one right here, Corey. That's right. I think her name is Corey. She's like the smart kid. She goes on to be valedictorian. This is the step teacher right here. Her name is Mari. Gary, but they all call her Ms. G. She's kind of like a neighborhood kid who done good, got her degrees and stuff, kind of coming to give back. And it's tense. They don't always like each other. It's a sisterhood. They have issues at times. But it's just what's really cool is seeing not only how they kind of I mean, it's a bit of a cliche. They all kind of working towards like this big, step show at the end, which they've never won, et cetera, et cetera. But and yes, it's all about how there's the coalesce come together. But there's some real life forces that are threatening to tear them apart. Like this one right here, her name is Taylor. Her mom is hysterical. Her mom's a correctional officer at I think like the county jail, the city jail, something like that. And her mom is so into it. Her mom, I mean, several of them have like younger moms. I would guess that I think her mom is like maybe only 17, 18 years older than her, maybe 20 years older. They're all like pretty young moms, but her mom really does come to represent. Her name is Taylor. Maybe we'll see like a one shot of Taylor. Yeah, there we go. I was laughing because this picture of her looking like kind of crazy. First of all, it's a great shot, beautifully framed and set up. And in this moment, she's like turning to look at her mom, who is like just kind of staring her down on some foolishness. And yeah, it's a really affecting film. They really do invest you in the lives of these young ladies, and you get invested in their success. There's Taylor again, up front and center, and simultaneously while they're learning how to come together as a team, they're also fighting individually to get to college, and it's really really. I mean it's a tearjerker, man. I mean I was close. I didn't crack, but I was close, and here they are in performing and everything. It's just really really good. It's good. It's good. And yeah, and then but the star really is Blessing. She's got like a really fierce spirit. She does kind of see herself as a bit of a Beyonce. Her grades are really kind of suspect, so it's always a constant battle for that. And she's got some issues at home, which are really 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 dramatic. But she's really here about Step. She's the captain, and she's really here for for the Step team, and to try to be a leader, even though she's fighting inner demons and stuff. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. I think everyone will too. It deserves a wider audience, but not everyone really knows about the brotherhood and sisterhood that can be found in step shows. I mean, it's a largely African American phenomenon. I saw it firsthand going to a historically black college, and it's just and if you're not in one of these fraternities or sororities, even at a predominantly white institution, PWI, you may not necessarily know the great traditional history of step shows, whatever. But it is really somewhat unique to Black culture, Black history, whatever. And while I was never part of a step team, my dorm at Morehouse had a dorm step team, but it would take. I think my roommate freshman year, he was on the dorm step team, and he showed me one step, and that bitch took me like a year to get just that one step down. And they're doing hundreds of steps in their routines. I mean, I wasn't cut out for that step show life, but it really is something that's kind of unique to Black culture, and the brotherhood and sisterhood that comes from people who are on step teams. It's really kind of cool. And so this definitely does. I mean, look how fierce Blessing looks. Look how fierce she looks. How fierce they're walking out. And this is actually a pretty cool scene too, with how they're walking out to walkout music, like they're Mayweather, like they're Floyd Mayweather or something. They have their own walkout music, this really Baltimore centric stuff. It really does make you root for them, and I really, really enjoyed this movie. It really was 2 hours well spent. I enjoyed it. Movie's called Step. It's a documentary. Check it out if you get a chance to see it. All right, so I'm off my soapbox. Go dig into these call sheets. As usual, we will focus on the feature presentation. And what can I say? Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. I won this week, sweeping all side bets in the group chat. And so let's take a look at my call sheet real quick. For those of you who did not watch the Friday preview pod, we will recap my call sheet. And so, yeah, so basically, everyone got screwed by when Jab Harry met Sajal. And I'm not even sure, did it ever post? At time we had to hand score these. It did not post. It did not update its results. So, oh, now they want to show up. No, actually, no. This is last week. I'm sorry. This is last weekend. Sorry. So this weekend, yeah, it did not show up. Yeah, see, still didn't even post. That's really shady. So everyone had to take a hit there and get the min score, which is 1 point or 1.40 for a headliner. I had 2 headliners from Jab Hari met Sajal. Captain Heigl, this actually is limited. There's a back end error on my part, so this actually is limited, and also. Oh no, actually, no, I'm sorry. No, this is actually. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. This is limited. This is wide release. This is correct, but this actually is a headliner. Captain Heigl is a headliner in this instance, so don't mind. But it was a back-end error. There's a duplicate film I had to get rid of. Got rid of the wrong one. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I have to carry that for all of y'all. This actually is a headliner, so she should have a star. She'll have a star this week. Don't worry about it. Annabelle Creation, I had a 3-pack, including the headliner stack of Miranda Otto and Anthony LaPaglia. Brie Larson, Woody Harrelson, headliner stack, The Glass Castle, 13.10. And then Elizabeth Olsen headlining Wind River, and Corey Granger, our girl, we just saw her, the valedictorian, headlining in Step. And the reason why I think I might have won in this one is because although this is pretty much almost a pure punt play, it's a pretty valuable play right here because most people went with an extra Harry met Sajal, and I mean, it's not like I didn't have the ultimate faith in Harry met Sajal, but I was a little leery because it didn't post on time last week either. So I just went with Step. It was cheap, and also it gave me a chance to get a headliner. And I just kind of did the math about what would happen if it did any kind of business, because it had a really strong opening the first weekend. This weekend, a little bit less so. Would it come out to 278,000? Step, where'd you go? Step. There it is. 265,000, which isn't great. It's it's a little bit less than okay. 1,400 per screen per theater isn't all that awesome, but it was just enough to get us some points over min price, because everyone who got that extra Harry met Sajal just got screwed. They's got 1 point instead of me, where I got the 3.78 points. I think that might have really been the difference between mine and second place, which was your boy Gamble 24x7, the all-time Cinema Draft money winner. And that's exactly what happened. So whereas I had Step, he had the exact same call sheet, but whereas I had Step, he had an extra Jabari Metsajal, and that difference in points, that 2.78 or whatever point difference, is the reason why I won. So, well, still very well played. He's on top of this stuff, man. He's not the all-time money winning, all-time money leader. There we go. He's not the all-time money leader for nothing. Very well played. And I say that not just because we had almost identical call sheets. Great minds think alike. All right. Bethany Vellante, she's been coming on strong of late. I like her play recently. She got third, 180.63, and her deal was okay. So she had a 3-pack of Harry Metsajal. She had a 3-pack of Annabelle Creation, which is pretty much what you, and I think I stated this on the preview pod too. You pretty much had to have a 3-pack of that to compete this week. She had a headliner stack of the Glass Castle, Elizabeth Olsen from Wind River, smart. And then she had Girls Trip, which did all right, but, it's a victim of being, too wide for its own good. It did, what, 6 million-ish? 6.47 million. So pretty strong. It's like third weekend or whatever, but still not strong enough. Even with the headliner, it left her just a few points short of the top spot. And then also that extra Jabari Metsajal just crucified her. We're all going to be kicking ourselves when it reports like on Tuesday or Wednesday that Jabari Metsajal actually did like 500,000. We'll all be kind of mad. But either way, it was a valiant effort. Good job by you. I mean, it's the rules of the game. When the game ends on Monday night, we got to roll with what we have. And if there isn't a score posted for your movie, you get min price. Something's better than nothing, I suppose. And then we have a 3-way tie for fourth between the God of Cheese, the Roan, and Michael Vellante. So let's take a look at their call sheet in triplicate. And they had a similar construction, except they had a 4-pack of Jabari Metsajal, headliner stack of Glass Castle, 3-pack of Annabelle Creation, and then Katherine Heigl headlining the Nut Job 2. So very, very solid. Let's take a look at someone on the fringes outside of our normal thing. Let's welcome back Danielis. It's been a minute. Welcome back, Danielis, the brother of our CTO. So even if he won, he'd be ineligible for any prizes. But so he had 144.87, just outside the money. He had a headliner stack of Jabari Metsajal. Headliners. Actually, he had one headliner, Miranda Otto, and a non-headliner from Annabelle Creation. That's definitely what cost him some points right there. That 40% bonus would have been crucial. Tom Hardy from Dunkirk, and he couldn't afford it. He used up all of his budget. So what also cost him was going for Dunkirk, which was a bit overpriced. I mean, in a weekend when did it come in? It came in second, but second for only 11 million. So you're getting less than a point per 1,000 at that rate, and it's just too much. It's too steep a price to pay. He also had a headliner and non-headliner he had a headliner from the Dark Tower, Idris Elba, and then he had a non-headliner from the Emoji Movie. Just money, poorly spent in these areas. The Emoji Movie we knew was going to do anything. Look at it. It made like 6.5 million essentially. Not really good use of funds. Brie Larson headlining the Glass Castle is fine. You probably could have used some of that money to get the other headliner. You really need to lean into Annabelle Creation a little bit more. Paula Dofat, aka the guidance counselor, the college counselor in STEP. That's actually a pretty smart play. Min price 5,000. You get some bang for your buck as a headliner. But still, I would have liked to have seen the money spent a little bit elsewhere. But welcome back, Danielis. Good to see you back. Hopefully we'll see more of you in the weeks to come. All right, and also let's take a look at real quick the call sheet of the week, which of course was mine. Not in that one. It was actually in the Gaffer. Can you believe? Oh, you expired. In the Gaffer from this week. There we go. 189.29, the highest scoring call sheet of the week. The bonus for Call Sheet of the Week rolls over into next week. Next week's bonus will be a $50 bonus to the player or players. They'll split it, who win Call Sheet of the Week. So what I did differently in this one was I actually had more Glass Castle and left some money on the table. Check this out. I had a 3-pack Annabelle Creation, a 4-pack of Glass Castle, Elizabeth Olsen from Wind River, and then the headliner stack from Jabari Metsajal. And so that one just got me just another extra point or two because the Glass Castle, for its release type, actually did really well. Because usually limited release is a wasteland. You're not seeing a lot of points out of there. But it was pretty much by far the highest grossing limited release out this weekend. It was also the newest limited release, or at least the newest, widest limited release at 1,461 screens, 3,200 per screen. Not too shabby. 4.68 million at the box office. So, yeah, 9.36 points or 13.10 points for a headliner. And so we had like a 4-pack. So, yeah, that was just enough to squeak out a few extra points to be Call Sheet of the Week. Pretty cool. All right, so let me drag over. Let's drag over the new talent pool. So, yeah, so a lot of movement this week. So in my own, just in case you're wondering, in my own ledger, when I've got blue color-coded movies, that means these guys are changing release types. Seeing a lot of movement this week. I expect Kidnap to drop to limited. I expect Atomic Blonde to drop to limited. Detroit drop to limited. Inconvenient Sequel to drop just into platform. Girls Trip limited. War for the Planet of the Apes limited. Despicable Me limited. And The Big Sick platform. So keep your eye out for those movies to change release types. I will do my best to try to update it in the database immediately, but sometimes we'll get updates like on a Wednesday, which kind of sucks. Tuesday or Wednesday, which might reset it. But just keep in mind that these are all should be changing release types this week. What else? So we've got, I think, so we expand the talent pool this week. We are up to 30. Read them and weep. 30 films. So a lot more actors on average. I mean, we try to aim for 10 actors per film. So a talent pool of 300 actors, it can get a little unwieldy. That's if you wondered how I spent my Sundays, now you know. Now you know. All right. So check it out. We have The Adventurers. Looks like our 3F of the week from our friends over there at Well Go USA. I think it's a Chinese film. Hitman's Bodyguard. Your boy Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds. Patty Cakes with a $. That's an indie coming on platform. Logan Lucky. That's a self-financed wide release. Rumor has a cost about $30 million or less from Steven Soderbergh. He's trying to make an end run around the studios. We'll see how that performs this week. Once Upon a Time, another indie. This one I do believe is Korean, possibly. So those 3Fs, just be aware of that. Annabelle, actually, no, I'm sorry. Once Upon a Time actually came out last week and did quite well. Check out Once Upon a Time. Let's go by per theater average. Once Upon a Time did 4,900 on 51 screens. Pretty impressive. Might see some retrenchment this week because, these 3Fs are pretty much only good for 2 weekends, then they are disappearing acts. Case in point. What's up? What's up with you? Not Wolf Warrior. What's up with Jabari Metsajal? We try to pick it up in the second week, and it pulls Disappearing Act. I swear. Kind of hard to keep up with these damn films. We picked back up Wolf Warrior 2. Wolf Warrior 2, quite as kept, is like one of the biggest grossing films in Chinese history. See, they don't even have it here. Oh yeah, they do. China, 469 million in China. That is fucking bananas. It's a phenomenon in China, and it's still going strong over here. So we had to pick it back up. We had it in its opening weekend. Kind of did okay. I got nervous about a 3F disappearing on its second or third weekend, so I took it off. But we're bringing it back. It's back in the talent pool. I know we've all missed it. Actually, take this down. There we go. So Wolf Warrior 2 is back. An estimated 100 screens, maybe. No signs of slowing down. Wolf Warrior actually did. Go back. Go back. There we go. Wolf Warrior did almost 8,000 per screen. That's just bonkers. Added 20 screens last week. Maybe he'll add some more screens again. 413,000 over last weekend. Pretty strong. We also added a taxi driver, Wellgo USA, 331,000 and 8,000 per screen. And so this is what I'm counting on. With an expanded talent pool, it's going to come down even more to these films and actors are going to be on the margins. I mean, it could come down to, once again, 100th of a point, a 10th of a point, whatever, and it's going to come down to how shrewdly you pick those platform releases, those fringe limited releases. It's going to come down to just how well, and sometimes it could be how lucky you get, depending on whether your film reports or not. Ingrid Goes West. That's another film we're bringing on. This one stars Aubrey Plaza of Parks and Recreation fame. Good Time, I believe that has, who's that? Robert Pattinson, Jennifer Jason Leigh, who's also in my fave new show, Atypical. I will talk about that in the hour long, which I will tape later on tonight, tonight, I guess, technically Tuesday night. What else are we bringing on? Columbus. Huge fan of John Cho. Huge fan. Not sure how widely it's going to be distributed. It's going to its third weekend. People are responding to it. 86,000 domestic on only like 7 screens. It made 44,000 last weekend, 6,400 per screen. I really hope it gets some more screens this week. But it's an independent release. And Toilet Ek Prem Katha. Big opening weekend out here stateside. 175 screens, 678,000. Just almost $4,000 per screen. So hoping it doesn't disappear because we just added to the talent pool. And we'll go over, some values, stuff to look out for later on in the shot list for the hour long. But yeah, so I'm very excited. We're expanding the talent pool. More players to choose from. More actors to choose from. More movies to choose from. Mess up with your strategy. Just messes with your strategy. Just got to really, really hone in and nail these values right. Margin for error has been erased. So looking forward to seeing what y'all come up with. I'm really impressed with how talented you guys are, how seriously people have been taking the game, especially in the group chat. Shout out group chat! Putting y'all on my whiteboard this week. Hashtag whiteboard challenge. If y'all were in the group chat, y'all know what I meant by that. Well, anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this week's weekend review and talent pool preview. Make sure you share all the goodness of Cinema Draft with your friends, cinemadraft.co. That's cinemadraft.co. It is way too late. I'm already starting to power down. So I appreciate you guys listening. Follow, like us, all that good stuff on social media. Do what you got to do. We appreciate the support. SoundCloud, iTunes, follow us. Rate it, comment it, like it, boost our little ratings. All 12 of you guys for listening at home. And between now and the next podcast, you got a full day. Why don't you go see a movie or something?